Hey, cool as a cucumber. Hi Daniel, I'd like to ask what persuaded you to start a cube store. Also, do you have any tips on learning full OL? Well, of course, I've already answered stuff about full OL. You know, it's funny how Ed Martyr seems to get a PLL skip every solve because he knows full 1 and class layout. So if he can learn 4,000 hours, you can learn 57. Just get on with it and do it. What persuaded you to start a cube store? I noticed that everybody was buying bad cubes at my school cubing club and thought, I can do better than that. I can get some Maylongs, sell them for £5. Yeah, people, well, it wasn't initially Maylongs, it was initially MA3 RSs, but after a while it was Maylongs. And yeah, people liked them, people bought them, and then I realised, well, why not do it online? And grew from there. Jarrah the Cuba, how long have you been cubing? What's your best time in 3x3? Already answered both questions, except my best time in 3x3, not a comp, is 4.936, which I have made a video reconstructing on this channel, so go and watch it. Ian Flore, hi Daniel, is there any word on 2022 editions of the WRM or RS3M 2020? Well, or 2021. Not that I've heard. I haven't heard anything about it, so I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I think I did predict in my cube release predictions video that they'd both come out, so hopefully you'll get it right. They recently announced the aWCA WRM is coming soon, so at least I've got one prediction correct, finally! I'll have to go over that video at the start of next year and make a 2023 cube release predictions video as well. Try and make it an annual tradition that I do, but then hopefully at some point I'll start actually getting like pre-release information and stuff like that if my store continues to grow. Well, if you're watching, feel free to send me an aWCA WRM. I'm almost top 100 for 7x7. It would be nice to try one and see what I think of it. Okay, right. Congratulations on 1,000. Do you have any goals for this channel for the future? Well, I mean, just grow it, see what happens. The main thing is the store, the channel, just part of it that I keep going because it's useful. Don't know how effective it is at driving traffic to the store, but it's fun and nice to see people watching, even if they don't watch the whole video. Even if half the people who clicked on this video aren't watching right now, so don't know that I might suddenly announce the winner of the giveaway. If you're not watching, then you don't win anything. Okay. AC and JO, hey, do you think speed cubing can be a full-time job? Depends what you mean by speed cubing. I think there are hundreds of people who make a living out of speed cubing in one form or another. You probably have like 20 at the cubicle, 20 at speed cube shop. You probably have multiple people at various stores around Europe, and then you've got the Chinese stores as well, and then you've got the cube manufacturers themselves. Like in total there are probably hundreds who make a living out of speed cubing in one form or another. However, speed cubing directly, yes, it's possible. I mean, I think Timon's basically doing that at the moment, but you do have to be the very best, and the very best at 3x3 alone, really. Like, if you're really good at 2x2, then so what? Who cares? You can do quite well out of it. I mean, it's worth remembering, like, if you break the 3x3 world record, you basically get, I think it's like £6,000, it might be even more now, from whoever made your cube. So, like, there's all sorts of things like that. I think, in fact, even somebody broke the square one oceanic record recently and got about £400 from YJ for it. And that's just a continental record, that's not a world record. So, yeah, I mean, in some poorer countries, that's like really good. I mean, here it's not enough to live off really, unless you're breaking the 3x3 world record regularly and getting sponsorship money from everywhere, but yeah, it's possible. But I will stick to running a cube store, and hopefully that will be my full-time job at some point. Right, V Cuba, congrats on 1k subs, and which is your main 3x3? My main 3x3 at the moment is a GAN 12 magnet, but I'm probably going to switch at some point. Not sure what to. I think when the Tornado V3 comes out, I'll probably switch to that, based on my experience with Patrick Ponce's one. We'll have to see. Gem Lamora Foro. Oh right, I missed out. Brain Cube. What is your favourite cube and why? My favourite cube? Don't know. I've already really answered that. Like big cubes that turn really well. Gem Lamora Foro. Do you think 8x8 should be a WCA puzzle? Well, as much as I'd like it to be, because I'd be national record holder, I don't think it really should be, because it just add some even more time to competitions. But I would like to encourage cube manufacturers to make good giant cubes. Like, I think Diansheng are doing a really good job, but it would just be so good if like YJ got in and released an MGC 8x8 and 9x9. It would just be really good, I think. Daniel Bill, would you say the Rubik's Cube is related to maths? Depends what you want to do with it. Yes, in theory, the theory behind the cube is very mathematical, but I don't get into it. Like, I didn't do further maths A level, so I didn't get to study group theory, and would I want to be honest? I didn't really like set theory, so yeah, I don't know. I'll stick with basic maths and being able to pass GCSE maths in a few minutes. Hopefully I can still do that. And well done if you remember that on my channel. You've clearly been watching a long time. The Cubery. How did you get into cubing? Already answered. Kiwi Cuba, what are your plans for the channel for the future? Already answered. The Cubology Lab. Do you think beginners should start with a GAN? As long as it's a decent recent GAN, like the GAN 11 or 12 or something based on that. That's magnetic. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Like, what cube you start with, as long as it's a speed cube, it turns reasonably well. Doesn't matter that much. What you need to do is practice. Make sure you're not doing stupid F2L things like I often see. Right, let's do a solve right now. Okay, so I am going to solve the cross. I see this blue piece here, I see this blue piece here, I see this blue piece here, I see this blue piece here. Right, there we go, cross plan. Okay, right. Now F2L, okay, so I see this piece here, I see, okay, I'll do this from this angle so you can actually see, I see this piece here, right, so there we go. Now I also see this piece here, I see this pair here. Now which is best? Well, I've got to make an instantaneous decision on that, and I may be wrong about it, but I'm not going to do anything stupid. And of course, I know how to solve each F2L pair in one look, no problem. Unfortunately, beginners don't know that, and it takes time to learn that. But you need to try and not be so inefficient. So let's see if I get this right. I think I will do. Okay, I've inserted it into the wrong slot, but I mean, some people could just do that. Now, let's see, can I finish this off without looking? Okay, so I see that piece there, I see that piece there, so I'm going to split that up. Yes, there we go. Right, finished 3 pairs. One look, and that's it really. And the very top cubers can probably almost, well, can do 2 look solves sometimes. like 3 looks almost always. As I say, timer almost always does 3 looks. Maybe occasionally 4, but and you watch him. If he has a pair, like free pair in F2L, he sometimes doesn't do it. Why doesn't he do it? Because he's already planned out the 3rd F2L pair. So it's like, well, he just finishes his 3rd F2L pair. And I guess he tracks it or something while he's doing that. But it's like, even if I had planned out to my 3rd F2L pair, surely I'd use the free pair and just do something different. But I guess he just wants to execute it so fast, and he knows exactly what he's going to do, so he just does it. Yeah, and obviously OLL, let's just finish this off. What event do you think would be easiest to get a world record in? It's really, really difficult to say. Like, I mean, Zane Kanini proved that the 2x2 world record wasn't that difficult, but now it's a bit more difficult. I mean, to be fair, like, I think there's more optimization in big cubes. Like, I mean, I just don't have the time to really go that far with them. But like, Michael Hampsock recently pointed out when somebody asked on Rubiks' friends, sub 1 on 7x7 is possible, discuss, and stuff like this whole stupid trend of questions and discuss. But like, maybe it is. I don't know. I mean, you watch Max Park, he's inefficient, but he just turns so fast and doesn't stop turning. Whereas Michael Hampsock, he turns slower, he does pause sometimes, but he uses nearly half the moves that Max Park uses. And I mean, I'm probably somewhere in the middle. I reckon I definitely am more efficient than Max Park, but I just can't turn as fast. So like, yeah. I mean, if I had 10 hours a day to just spam 7x7 solve, maybe I could beat Max Park, but I don't. So, yeah. And would I actually be able to turn that fast at all? Maybe that's just something some cubers can do. I don't know. I mean, I just watch people like Timon and they just turn so fast. And I just think, I can't turn that fast at the moment. Like, even if I had the look ahead ability, I couldn't turn that fast. And of course, I've done this before. Even when I literally copy his solution, practice it 100 times, I still cannot execute them as fast as him a lot of the time. And that is a bit annoying, but it's true. Right. Nuclear Knight 36. Hi there, I was just wondering, when did you start speedcubing? December 17th, 2012. Sir Lotto, what is the coolest twisty puzzle you've seen? I really don't know. I've seen a lot of weird puzzles, but I don't want to just focus on normal cubes. Okay. How did you get into cubing? Already answered. When is the winner picked? At some point in one of these videos in this series. SSNX636. How is it owning a cubing store? Well, sometimes it's nice. Sometimes it's hard work. Sometimes it can be stressful. Sometimes it can be a rush, but I think it's worth it in the end. And nice to basically potentially make a living out of something I actually enjoy. But we'll see. How organized? Nerd! Exclamation mark 1 exclamation mark 1. How organized is your store? Not too organized, to be honest. Yeah, it's not too bad. Like, I can quickly find everything usually, but yeah, it could be more organized, definitely. What's the most awkward customer situation you've had with a customer? Well, yeah, I mean, it's probably not your dad's fault by full shenanigans. I've had, when I first started out, I had some very weird situations, which I'm not sure whether I want to make public, but like, yeah, like, I mean, somebody was like I started linking a product when somebody was asking about a particular cube, and then somebody replies, "Don't order from him, I've seen bad reviews." And I'm like, okay, right, so I contacted him, I say, "Where did you see these bad reviews?" He's like, "How dare you all ask me, be so rude about it? You don't even bother introducing yourself." I'm just thinking, okay, right, what do I do then? And he's like, "I see we may meet at cubing competitions. I'm not looking forward to that, and it'll be unfortunate." Okay, great, thanks a lot. He did eventually actually get banned from that Facebook group because I contacted Sean Bouquet, who was one of the moderators, and it turns out like the only time he'd ever posted anything on that Facebook group was just to cause me trouble. And there was one other person like that even earlier on, and it's just like, you've never ordered from my site, you can't say anything about it, and you're probably lying as well. But at least now that doesn't really happen anymore, which is good to know. And I guess I've learned to just be a bit more reasonable, like give people the benefit of the doubt. Although, considering what happened with Speedcube Shop recently, maybe you can't always do that. When they got sent to Mailong as a return for a 100 cube mosaic. Right, let's see, it's doing quite a lot more to do. Yeah. Right. Okay. Okay, I'll do a few more in this video and then go to like 20 minutes. Do you have Netflix or Disney Plus? I don't actually. My landlord does when I'm up at uni, so I occasionally watch some stuff up there, but not much. What movie franchises do you like? I don't know, I don't watch that much. I do need to actually watch Star Wars at some point, simply because I'm doing a module next year on the politics of Star Wars, which should be quite interesting. Yeah. Pragyan Desh Lahara. Which is the best 3x3 cube for beginners? Impossible to answer. Just get any cube you want that's reasonable. If you want something cheap, get an RS3M 2020, or even a Mailong if you want something really cheap. I mean, basically any full-size cube on my site I can solve in any full-size cube on my site. I think I could solve in under 11 seconds on average, probably. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah, even a Chi Warrior S, I think I could probably average sub 11 on that on a good day. I don't think there are any full-size cubes on my site, like regular cubes, that I couldn't average sub 11 on. So yeah, it doesn't actually matter that much. Just pick a cube that you like on my site, buy it. I mean, what will make you practice the most? Like that's it really. If you want to get good at cubing, you have to practice a lot. So get the cube that makes you enjoy cubing so that you practice a lot. There we go. Cuba Holiday, Cuba CC. What is it like being a CEO of an online cube shop? CEO? What title should I give myself, considering I am the sole owner of speedcubing.org? I could give myself whatever title I want, can't I? I mean, Elon Musk has experimented with some weird titles for himself, hasn't he? But sometimes fun, sometimes not. It depends, but I do enjoy it ultimately. Cuba Algo, what's your favourite non-WCA and which one would you add to the WCA? Why did you start this writing channel? Let me explain that. What do I want to add to the WCA? I don't know. I mean, there are all sorts of non-WCA cubes that could be added. I mean, personally, it'd be most fun having 8x8 just because I've been national record holder for it at my first competition I competed in, but I think unless Ellie J just gets one and just spams loads of songs on it, or Mark Ostrom, but even so, I suspect, like, I might ultimately just be faster at 8x8 simply because I do it on M, which I think is better, and I don't use YAO. So actually, like, I may just be the best at 8x8 in the UK, but I don't know. But I mean, there's obviously events that will get more interest, like Kibby Minx, maybe face turning octahedron, maybe something like Team Blind or just some extra blind event, some extra handicap, who knows? But like, I don't think there's anything that is being practiced unofficially enough to like warrant it being a new event. Yeah, okay, I will stop it there for part 2 and make part 3